grant of rights now.
Okay.
But they need an 8th football member by July 1st of next year. That's the big, and it has to be Memphis.
I was reading up on, just to keep up, because HBCU Huddle, FCS football, changing landscape, with a bunch of teams going FBS, teams that shouldn't be going FBS, but you can't tell them not to, because that's where money is, right? So the CAA, one of the most dominant conferences in the FCS, well, they've lost all of their good teams to the FBS. And then looking around, I forget what the conference is over there, but Sacramento State making their jump this year, next year to FBS? Next year, in the hopes that they become that team, Jessica.
Oh, yes.
The 8th team. They're doing this all in the hopes of being invited to the Pac-12.
I got to get my Pac-12 visor back out.
And you didn't,
for whenever
you
it
didn't
happens.
put it away, right?
No, I just keep it. Stays ready.
15 to 20 is what they're willing to pay. So if the split happens, or when the split happens, would they still not be willing to pay 15 to 20?
That's the problem.
What's the problem?
When the split happens, that creates an entire new board. And by board, I mean game board. Like, you don't really even have a place on the board at that point, no matter what. So this is all like a temporary solution in my eyes.
Okay, but forget the Memphis side of it.
Okay.
When the split happens, will there not be a market for the rest of the teams? Like, won't there still be a market?
That's the but what is that market?
It's clearly 15 to 20, is it not? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Give me the song.
Oh, it's a good song. Love You for a Long Time by Maggie Rodgers.
I am unfamiliar.
I'm gonna love you for a long time. I like Maggie Rodgers. Big fan. Song's going nowhere. It was a delightful way to start the day. What is up, everybody? It is Wednesday, June 11th. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, Game 3 of the NBA Finals is tonight. We will talk a little Thunder Pacers, plus around the NBA. No one is letting the Knicks steal their coach. All focus is on what is supposed to be a very dramatic NBA offseason. The latest on Kevin Durant. We'll do some Oops, We Missed It Again. Stories from the week we have not gotten to. Aaron Rodgers is married. Victor Wembanyama is training with monks, and last night's WNBA action included another big Liberty win and a teammate coming to Angel Reese's defense. DeAngelo Williams will join us about 40 minutes in. We never know what we'll chat with him about, and then we'll do a little WTF Wednesday, and I cannot wait to tell you about the mushroom murder case that has taken over Australia. We'll get into all of that. It is Wednesday, and as I always say, if you make—
No, you don't. She's not saying that today. No, we're not dealing with that.
Is your child a natural-born entertainer? Now is their chance to join the most talented youth dance crew in the Mid-South, the Blue Bunch. The Blue Bunch entertains Grizz Nation with their energetic dance routines and even have the opportunity to collaborate on performances with leading artists in the entertainment industry. Kids ages 7 to 17 are invited to show off their skills and personality for their chance to join the next generation of NBA entertainers. Open auditions are Saturday, June 28th. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions now for more information.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
Good defense! Durant attacking, spinning, hanging, and hitting. Let's go!
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Javon Evans might be the John Morant of the WWE. You ask me how do I say that? It's because Javon Evans is electrifying. He is viral. He does things you've never seen before. The most athletic guy you've never ever seen in the wrestling world. He reminds me of John in a wrestling ring. So Javon Evans, I'm proclaiming you on this day the John Morant of the WWE.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
For the sunshine, gotta own a day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this feeling. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, having my way. I deserve this feeling. This is my
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday to you. Fun Wednesday ahead. Game 3 of the NBA Finals is tonight in Indiana. In 49 states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana, and the Pacers have renamed the streets around Gainbridge Fieldhouse after their players. They are all situated to try to come back home and continue to make this a series. Would you like to go on Toppin Avenue, CJ? Would you like to go on Turner Lane? Perhaps Halliburton? I can't read that. My eyesight is so bad. Halliburton Road. That's an RD. How did Thomas Bryant get one of these? Where's the Siakam Street? Siakam Street sounds like a cool thing, you know? You get Bryant Boulevard, I get it, the alliteration of it all, but alas, the Indiana Pacers have led this series for less than 2 minutes total, but it is tied 1-1. They made it a series on the road. CJ, I ask of you, has anything changed your opinion about this? I know, me neither.
No. I mean,
I want to, but I desperately want it to have, and I've been trying to trick myself into changing my ultimate thought that the Thunder will win this in 5. I just can't do it.
If it changes,
cool.
if it changes, great. I'm here for it. If it doesn't, great. I'm also here for that. I'm just trying to enjoy 2 of the best teams in the NBA going head-to-head, toe-to-toe. That's all I'm here for. The reason why it hasn't changed is because while Indiana did what they were supposed to do, they made it a series. They got to win on the road.
Then
the series started.
They were supposed to do.
The Pacers struggle at home. And Tyrese Halliburton, coming off of a 15-point performance game 1 and a 17-point performance in game 2. He's not good at home in these playoffs. He struggled mightily at home in these playoffs, and that has caused the Pacers to struggle at home in these playoffs. And so if they are more comfortable on the road and they only manage to lead for 2 minutes through 2 games at home, I just don't know what there is for them to do. I will say they've got to find somebody to get hot. And that can be TJ McConnell. It can be Obi Toppin. It can be Mathurin. Somebody has got to get hot for them. Somebody who the Thunder are leaving has to get hot for them. Otherwise, I'm not sure how much of a chance they have. The thing about Tyrese Halliburton, as great a closer as he is, He's not a volume shooter. He's not a volume scorer. He's not a volume assist guy. He's not somebody who just pounds the ball into the court waiting for things to happen or trying to force things to happen. He might have to start forcing things. Otherwise, I'm not sure what this Pacers team has.
You can't force in the Pacers ecosystem the egalitarian offense that is the Pacers. But the thing is you're right, Tyrese Halliburton isn't that kind of a player. He's not high volume. But the Thunder already make you less of a high volume version of yourself anyway.
Yeah.
So it's going up against two things, like the truth of who you are and then also this Thunder defense where we were talking about the exact same thing with Anthony Edwards. Why is Anthony Edwards not getting his shots up? Why is he not being more aggressive? Because you can't. Because that's how the Thunder are built. And it makes it all the more difficult. I do think it's one of those situations where is it, a Nembhard massive 3-game, a Neesmith 3-game, a Benedict Mathurin 3-game, somebody, anybody gets hot. And you keep wanting it to be TJ McConnell.
Anybody.
I swear to God, if we come in tomorrow morning and it's like TJ McConnell, they hit 5 threes for the Pacers and they somehow won game 3. That would be a fantastic moment for TJ McConnell. It has to be
somebody unexpected.
Johnny Furphy.
Somebody deep, somebody
Furphy.
deep on that bench. This feels to me, and listen, it's 1-1 and you're at home, and so maybe I'm overreacting, but this feels like a kitchen sink type moment for Carlisle and the Pacers, where it's like, all right, we're just throwing a bunch of different things out there, much like
it's like
Thibodeau
when the Knicks
did.
had to go with Shamet and DeLon Wright, and suddenly you're thinking, and they won that game, and the Pacers could win this game. And then I think the Thunder will win in 6. That's just the nature of it all. But I am excited to watch. I can't wait to see the updated version of the do we get the trophies? Do we get the cursive? Are they improved? Is it still the MS Paint copy and paste moment onto the court? Is the energy there? It will be an exciting scene in Indianapolis. What Pacers legends come out for tonight's game? You want to know who I want to see at the series at some point?
Rick Smits.
Exactly. No, I really want Paul George to be there. This is the series presented by Paul George from both sides.
Oh, it is.
And so I really want them to do like a funny bit of the Paul George series, and he's courtside at Thunder Pacers.
Can Paul George go back? I think Paul George can go back.
I think
I'm not sure what the breakup was like. I can't remember that. But okay, that would be interesting. Other Pacers legends. Rick Smits. What's Jamal Tinsley up to these days? What about the Davis boys?
What is Jamal Tinsley
what about
up to these days?
What are they up to?
Let's see. He's nothing, according to his Wikipedia page.
Go get Jamal Tinsley. Let's go.
What else are you asking for in this scenario?
Let's get it.
Obviously, Reggie Miller will be there, I assume.
Yeah, Reggie Miller. Lance Stevenson. Is he playing basketball
Oladipo.
in Cuba with?
He's another tour.
Is he playing basketball in Cuba with DeMarcus or Puerto Rico, whoever it is?
Puerto Rico. Is he getting in fights with fans?
Yeah, go get Lance. Maybe have Lance blow in SGA's ear one time. Maybe that'll help some.
I am trying to stay focused. I think you put the nail on the head. 2 great basketball teams playing in the NBA Finals. This should be buzzy. This should be exciting. But as is typical in the NBA, it's like lurking around the edges is just people so excited to talk about the offseason. They keep telling us, they keep teasing this offseason. I feel like it's a promo for The Bachelor back in the days where Chris Harrison, RIP, would be like, this is going to be the most dramatic episode yet, or this is the most dramatic season yet. And that's how all these NBA big capital J journalists are treating the upcoming NBA offseason. Like, this is going to be the most dramatic NBA offseason yet. Giannis Antetokounmpo's in Rio. He's in Rio. Took a picture with his Bucks jersey. People are like, is it a sign? Is it anything? Windhorse reports yesterday there's no trade discussions for Giannis because Giannis hasn't asked for a trade and the Bucks aren't interested in a trade, but people will still sit here and say, is Giannis Antetokounmpo going to be traded this offseason? Everybody's talking about Kevin Durant. Where will Kevin Durant go? The Knicks perhaps could be interested in Kevin Durant. And then suddenly the Knicks, because we know it's the Knicks for clicks, because ESPN would much rather talk about the Knicks and their coaching search than Game 3 of the NBA Finals, which is what happened this morning. But Shams reporting last night that the Knicks reached out to speak to Chris Finch with the Timberwolves. They reached out to speak to Ime Udoka with the Rockets. And both said, thank you so much for your interest in our head coach, but no, you cannot talk and interview our head coach and steal them at this time.
So if the Knicks just said, all right, we're going to hire, we're naming Ime Udoka the next head coach, what happens? Like that's where I get confused.
I think contractually there has to be something there.
So
I would imagine.
Because they say, all right, we're buying out the contract. Let's go.
But within a contract, there can be a non-compete.
Got you.
That's just always been my assumption. I do not know that 100%, but I would imagine that the team has to agree to the potential release of that coach from their contract to go to a competitor in that case. And then Shams even last night was like, they haven't asked Jason Kidd yet. They haven't asked the Mavs if they can talk to Jason Kidd yet. But if and when they do, they're going to say no too. So the Knicks' strategy of going and poaching another coach is not working out great. And this was my biggest thing when they fired Tibbs. It was like, well, maybe they have a really steadfast plan in place. They know who they are going to replace Tibbs with, and they will move forward that way. But if they don't, I really don't understand firing the coach of a team that just had its best season in 25 years and has reestablished a winning culture in New York instead of this team as a joke culture in New York, and why you would not try to run it back with some level of continuity in a pretty open Eastern Conference next year. And if you could have sat him down and said, hey, the one caveat, you have to develop a bench. You cannot play guys 375 minutes a game.
How is he supposed to develop a bench?
Well,
they've got 5
he did it
players.
a bit in the playoffs.
Did he develop a bench, or was he just like, all right, you guys go out there and play?
Imagine if he had to do that for a whole season.
But there has to be something there. Is DeLon Wright, no disrespect. Landry Shamet, again, no disrespect. Are those pieces on a championship team that play significant minutes? How many minutes are those players playing on a championship team? Right? This Knicks roster is severely handicapped by how much they're paying that starting 5.
Yes.
And they can't go out there and get new young pieces with, potential, with something that says, okay, I'm going to play him because there's something there. You can't do that because you can't go get that player because you gave up all of your draft capital to bring in Mikal Bridges, and you don't have the money to go out there and try and sign somebody young and hot in free agency, right? You just can't do that. So the best thing the Knicks have right now, the best thing they can do is come up off of 1 or 2 of those dudes in that starting 5. Just say, hey, we've got to become more egalitarian in the way our roster is currently constructed. All of the production can't be coming from this group here. And then we go to the bench and there's such a deep, drastic fall off. We might need to give up 1, 2, maybe even 3 of those starting 5 players to bring in more talent to help them out.
So what you're saying is they should give up 3 players for Kevin Durant.
Oh my God.
You just walked right into it. You just walked right into it.
They will.
Yes,
and
they might. Here's the thing. I don't think they will. I think this is typical because, of course, it turns into the story that Kevin Durant is a piece. Well, multiple teams are interested in Kevin Durant. Shocked. I am shocked. Are you shocked? Absolutely shocked for this NBA offseason piece of news. And the Knicks are one of them. Also shocked. You always have these stories about the Knicks because then they can lead shows and they can lead articles and they can lead clicks. And I don't necessarily buy in that the Knicks, who, yes, did fire Tibbs, but are going to go into the process of blowing it all up, not all up, but blowing a big chunk up to bring in Kevin Durant, who, yes, is still one of the best scorers in the NBA, is one of the best scorers that we've ever had in the NBA. And even at his age, had a season last year where he averaged 27, 6, and 4 on pretty impressive shooting splits. But we've also seen Kevin Durant now at this point in the last 2 teams that he's gone to flame out. Not him himself, but the team around him. It hasn't been the instant magic solution for the Nets to go win a championship or for the Phoenix Suns to go win a championship or even chase a championship, although with the Nets we were 1 shoe size short and we'll never know what could have happened if that had been a different situation for Kevin Durant. But I really don't see the Knicks doing that because they were just in the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's why I see them doing it.
Oh, my God.
Just sheer incompetence. It wouldn't be blowing it up. You would say, oh, we're still pushing for it. We're still Eastern Conference championship or bust. We're still NBA Finals or bust. If you're the New York Knicks front office, brass, whatever, fans, they would say, yeah, we can give up. Kevin Durant is a better thing for us than Karl Anthony Towns, and I guess, I don't know, I'll just throw it in there, Josh Hart. Like, you get Kevin Durant for those two. Like, yo, we can do some things here. You have Brunson out there and Kevin Durant, and then Bridges and OG are playing defense because Brunson is too short to do so. Right? Like, yeah, we're in a good spot. The issue would still be the issue,
the bench?
Where's the depth at? Is that enough to carry you past everything else? God forbid one of those dudes goes down injured. And that was a part of the issue in Brooklyn was that James Harden and Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, they weren't all on the court together at the same time. So if something happens, injury bugs are out there, people. Injuries are going to happen in NBA season.
I got 11 mosquito bites last night.
Yo,
11.
Have you seen? I'm trying not to do it on camera.
Are you
but
itching?
Like, I'm all up in my forearm area. It is
We
awful.
went out. Me and the gals went out last night, had a little
up.
book club moment, but 11 mosquito bites. Also, shout out to Birdies. Birdies downtown, criminally underrated.
Is it?
Yeah.
Everybody I talk to loves Birdies.
Well, I love it too, and
Okay.
I want the streets to love it as much as I do.
Right.
They're just really nice. Every time they treat you like your family. I feel like it's a cheers situation. I don't go often. I'm not going out often, especially during the weeks. But it was a good time. Went there, and Good Fortune, who are doing pop-ups on Tuesdays, karaoke pop-ups.
So you were at Good Fortune.
I was at Good Fortune.
Okay.
I get a text from CJ last night from a friend of his asking if I'm at Good Fortune, but they can't tell because I look different without my eyelashes on, which is not a thing.
It is a thing.
No, it is not.
Okay, Jessica.
Eyelashes do not make that big of a
Okay,
difference.
Jessica. It does. They do. They do.
I didn't wear eyelashes all last week.
The more, and I noticed, the more important thing is, why not just go up to you and say, excuse me, are you Jessica Benson?
And I would have said, yes.
Why are you
So
texting?
nice to meet
why are you
you.
texting me about your whereabouts? People, give me the camera. One camera, single shot. I don't know where the hell Jessica goes after the show. I don't talk to her. I try not to think about her. So if she's out here in these streets, wherever she is, don't ask me where Jessica is. I'm the last person who would know. All right, thank you.
You're just trying to play Civ 7.
That's it.
Okay?
That's it.
I saw you post about it. I was like, God bless.
Texted your husband.
I'm aware.
My better half. Texted
Yeah,
him
he
all
doesn't
night.
know where I am, but he knows where my
I know
husband
where
is,
Chris
sitting in
is.
front of the TV.
I know exactly where Chris is.
I went to book club last night. I was supposed to be gone for I told him I'll be gone an hour and a half, 2 hours. He was like, cool, I'll see you back in 2.5. I was gone 4.5 hours. He watched the entirety of The Departed while I was gone. He was like, I'm just gonna tune into this movie and maybe I'll watch half of it now and watch the other half at a different time. No, he watched the whole movie. Girls can never be never trust a woman who says she's only going to book club for 2 hours. And especially if she goes to a second location. Never go to the second location
No check-in?
if you are the girl. No,
just
we were busy. We were yapping away. Yap,
Well,
yap,
I mean,
yap.
from him, just like, hey.
We had to talk about the book.
From him, just, hey, checking on you. Everything okay?
Oh, no, he knows.
Did you fall?
He knows.
All right. I'll send those out. Just like, hey, you said you'd be back in 2.5.
He will get those
It's 3:15.
eventually.
Are you alive? Are you
Yeah.
all right? Cool. Take your time. Don't come back. No rush. Please. Don't come back. But just want to make sure you're okay.
He watched the soccer game.
Why?
He had a whole life while I was gone.
Why?
America.
Sucks.
I like our chat question of the day. How disappointed are you in the U.S. men's soccer program? 45% of the vote have accepted the fact they suck. That is where I stand. I think that's where our ish country stands with the U.S. men's national team. We'll take a quick break. Lots to get into from other sports stories from the week. Aaron Rodgers is married. He's also QB1 in Pittsburgh, showed up at minicamp. WNBA action last night. Unsurprisingly, the Liberty got another big win over the Chicago Sky. We'll get into all of that when we come back.
What should the Grizzlies take away from this Western Conference Finals matchup?
The Grizzlies need more quality depth. Not just depth, quality depth.
Well, what the Memphis Grizzlies can learn and take away from the Western Conference Finals is you can't talk about it, you got to be about it.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to GrizzBeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Creed. By overwhelming demand, the Summer of '99 tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With very special guest, Daughtry. And Mammoth. Tickets on sale now at LiveNation.com. Don't miss Creed with Daughtry and Mammoth. The Summer of '99 tour.
The First Ladies of FedEx Forum, the Grizz Girls, are known across the NBA for setting the standard for professional dance and entertainment, and they are looking for dancers to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. With the chance to gain professional dance experience and connect with the Memphis community, auditioning for the Grizz Girls is an opportunity you do not want to miss. Come show up at Open Call Auditions Saturday, July 26th at the Memphis Sports and Events Center. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions now for more information.
1, 2, 3. Ready, go.
Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at LiveNation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit Shinedown.com.
CP the franchise. Do we hate the Pacers?
Of course. I hate Halliburton. I hate Reggie. I hate the Pacers. I hope.
Yeah, where does Halliburton rank? Where does he rank?
Yeah, is there potential for him to be more hated than Reggie by the end of this series?
If you start flipping y'all off, for sure.
Yes. Well, first of all, they're built the same. They damn near look the same. You know what I mean? He's like reincarnated Reggie Miller.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Jalen Wells is in studio right now. You took on tough, if not the toughest defensive assignment. When did you realize that would be your role?
And that's what I was working towards since training camp. I was trying to guard Dez. I was trying to guard Ja whenever I could, even if they're blowing by me, overpowering me. I really didn't care, because I was a rookie. So it's like, that's what's going to happen to a rookie.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. While we were speaking in the previous segment, the New York Knicks, according to Shams Charania, requested permission this morning to speak to Mavericks coach Jason Kidd, and Dallas gave a firm rejection. So now the Knicks have been denied by Kidd, Finch, and Udoka. Next up, they're going to call the Spurs and be like, hey, can we interview your starting center, Victor Wembanyama, to come and play basketball for us next season? That would be fantastic. That feels like the ambitions that the New York Knicks have. Unfortunately, Victor Wembanyama, a little busy at the moment. We touched on this yesterday, but I don't think we've given it enough time. Victor Wembanyama is training with monks at a Shaolin temple in China. He is a part of a 10-day stay studying meditation, kung fu, and traditional Chinese medicine. He has shaved his head. He has been seen running the Great Wall of China. Here he is, pensive, in front of multiple Buddha statues. I think this is the scariest off-season quest that we have ever seen. Like, I would like for him to just become a monk, because the alternative is he comes back from a blood clot that forced him to miss the second half of the season, a season in which he was putting up numbers that we have not seen since Kareem. And instead of just focusing on the physical recovery from that blood clot, he has gone full mind, body, and spirit, and he is going to come back. We talk often, we say built different, and we use it way too much. He's built different. No, Victor Wembanyama is actually built different, top to bottom, inside out. The way that he is built, literally, with his size, but the way he is built in here with his mind. We don't see other athletes doing this, and it's done We have seen other athletes go into the meditation space, and we'll talk about one of them coming up next. But with Victor Wembanyama, it feels like a true spiritual search as he tries to become quite literally the greatest basketball player we have ever seen.
The shaving his head and doing that, the garb, I can't help but think about Avatar Aang in The Last Airbender. It's like, holy hell. If he unlocks the basketball Avatar state, league is over with. It's done. What are you supposed to do? You're not going to be able to rattle him. The pressure's not going to be too much for him because he's going to have the mental fortitude to be able to handle it.
Yeah.
He's already got the skills. He's already something we've never seen. And then you couple mentally being connected and being not just like there, but all the way there. My man is going to reach basketball nirvana in the next like 4 years. And then what are we supposed to do about it? Just watch? Just deal with it?
Yeah, you have no other choice.
Oh my gosh.
You have no choice.
That was horrible. I'm with you. I saw that and was like, okay, holy hell. All right. That's it.
I was like, of all
that's
things-
not a workout video?
No.
Not scary at all. Like Hoodie Mello or Baggy Pants, Kyrie, whatever the
Anyone
workout video.
in the gym,
anybody
putting in
the
work,
gym.
I don't care.
Like, fine,
I saw
okay, whatever.
Jaren Jackson Jr. and Desmond Bain are taking kickboxing lessons. There was a great piece in the Daily Memphian, which is cool.
Yeah.
Like, all respect.
The
But
dude
like,
going,
what?
the
Did
dude-
you go to China and
the
shave your
dude,
head?
Like going to become a monk. It's like, okay, he's the only hope. The only hope you have is he becomes so enlightened that he's like, yo, I don't need basketball anymore. Like that's it. That's the only hope you have.
I don't need physical possessions. I don't need to play this
No.
game. I just need to sit in this space and time and meditate every day.
If I'm one of the teams
His
in
Piper
the West,
White Lotus moment, if you will.
I'm calling him every day, like, hey, Vic, ain't no need for you to come back. Isn't this basketball thing boring? Isn't this basketball thing like so
Isn't it not the
trivial
point?
and small? Not the point.
This is not the point.
Victor, it's not the point at all.
Victor, you're actually in the process of discovering something so much more important than the
So
beautiful
much
game.
more.
You're discovering the beauty of life.
Yeah, so stay your ass over
You
there.
just
Don't
have-
come back.
And you teach the next generation. You could do so much more good for
Yep.
the world.
Oh, so much more good for the world.
Inspiring the next generation.
The world, Craig.
Of Shaolin Temple following monks.
Yes.
Than basketball players, because no one can beat you because no one's born looking like you. No one's born with that height. I mean, very few are born with that height. People will be chasing that height. AI will be chasing that height.
Allen Iverson and artificial intelligence.
And from a Victor Wembanyama standpoint, it has to get so tiring always being the tallest guy in every room. And if you're doing a lot of sitting as a monk, you're at the same height as everyone else.
If they stand.
Sure.
Everybody doesn't equal height when they sit, Jessica.
Oh, speaking of someone who once went into the woods to meditate in an offseason, Aaron Rodgers showed up at Steelers minicamp yesterday, and a big question surrounding Aaron Rodgers for months now has been, is he married? I think the first time someone noticed him wearing a ring was at the Derby. He then had a ring on in one of the posts that the Steelers had when they signed him, and yesterday he was finally asked about it, and he confirmed he is married. Aaron Rodgers got married a few months ago. So it's not an Aura ring. If you're my husband, your wedding ring is also an Aura ring. So you could kill two birds with one stone. But he did not confirm the identity of his wife. And I'm curious, what if he's just married to the game, CJ?
That
What if he's just married?
That
Doesn't
sounds
that
like
sound
some Aaron
like
Rodgers
something
shit
Aaron
to
Rodgers
do.
would do?
Oh my gosh.
What if it's a promise ring to the game? Because he also said, like, he signed with the Steelers because it was the best thing for his soul.
I read
so I
that.
feel like the ring is a promise to the, like, I'm here because this is good for my soul. I promise to do my best to attempt to win a Super Bowl with the Pittsburgh Steelers to get them, let's not go to the Super Bowl, a playoff win for the first time in 8 years for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's just married to the game.
I read that headline, good for the soul. Immediately sucked my teeth and rolled my eyes. Like, no, don't be that way, CJ. Read the full article. And after reading the article, I sucked my teeth and rolled my eyes. Like, yep, nope, that's what this dude is.
That's so Aaron. Like every quote there was one quote that ended up being a fake quote that I saw that it was like, yes, I embarked on the matrimonial purpose of life.
Yeah, that
and I was
sounds
like,
like
oh, wow, what a weird way to say you got married, Aaron. And then I found out that was not an actual
Okay.
quote from Aaron Rodgers, but it could have been.
Very much
Apparently, he's married to a woman named Brittany. The internet sleuths have gone back. He mentioned a girlfriend on the Pat McAfee show in 2024. Talking about Christmas presents for her. And he said her name was Brittany, and like the McAfee crew was like, oh, Britney Spears? And he was like, no, it's Brittany with an I. Of course it's Brittany with an I.
Good for him. We love on
good
this
for
show.
him. Good luck to Brittany, because every other one of his ex-girlfriends has used words like trauma and toxic situation to describe past relationships.
That was a different
but we all
Aaron
grow.
then.
That was different.
Yeah, that was a different Aaron.
That was Jets Aaron and
Yeah.
Green Bay Aaron.
Yeah.
You know, this is different. This is Pittsburgh. He's
Yeah.
in the pit now.
Likes Mike
Where
Tomlin.
you at, Dr. Robbie?
Likes Mike Tomlin a lot.
And Mike Tomlin likes him enough.
I think he likes him a ton.
Likes him enough.
He
All
let
right.
two good quarterbacks go. Or let two
WNBA
okay
action
quarterbacks
from
go.
last night, CJ.
Yo.
The Fever need Caitlin Clark back badly. Two things can be true. The Fever need Caitlin Clark back, and I am still convinced they need to figure out a way to sign Ari McDonald and make that thing work.
They gotta do
But
something.
most importantly, they need Caitlin Clark back. They lost to the Atlanta Dream 77-58. And then the other game last night was Liberty Sky, and as we predicted earlier in the day, the Liberty demolished the Chicago Sky 85-66. Huge crowd at Barclays last night. Coco Gauff was there fresh off her French Open win.
Okay.
She got an incredible standing ovation. Go back, find the video of it. It was just a really cool moment and seemed to mean a lot to her. Lisa Leslie was there. Vanessa Bryant was there. The Liberty were without Jonquel Jones, but that doesn't matter because the Liberty are built to beat everybody, except for perhaps the Minnesota Lynx, but we will not see that matchup for
Until
a long
freaking
time.
August.
Like, that's my biggest takeaway from the WNBA season thus far. The Liberty and the Lynx tier everybody else. And obviously those are separated in their own groupings, but the Liberty and the Lynx have just been awesome. The Liberty 9-0 for the first time in franchise history. No JJ, but Stewie and Sabrina both had massive games. You also got another big game from Kennedy Burke off the bench with 15 points. She's been one of the most improved players in the league this year. Like, she has stepped up. Her jump shot is so much more consistent. Feisty defender. The depth that they have is just unbelievable.
And
that you allowed them to get deeper after winning a championship.
And they can play the same style of basketball should they be missing.
Yes.
Now, it's not near as effective because Jonquel Jones is special. Brianna Stewart is special, right? Like, but if one of those are out, there's enough talent around to play and enough talent that understands the game and plays a similar style for them to still play pretty much the same Liberty basketball.
Yep.
That's not the case with the Fever. The Fever are so dependent on the engine that is Caitlin Clark. I went back
Built around the engine.
and looked. The Fever, when Caitlin Clark plays, they're getting about 74 shots per game. Now, Caitlin Clark played like 4 or 5 games before the injury, so small sample size, but 75 shots roughly per game. And if that was to carry on for the entirety of the season, they lead the WNBA in shot attempts, just shot attempts. When she's not there, they're only getting 58, 59 shots a game. You go from about 74, 75 to 58 shots per game. I can't do the math on that, but that's damn near 20 fewer shots. And if that kept on and continued throughout the entirety of the WNBA season, again, 5-game sample size, small sample size, I know, but 5 games, that's what it is. They'd be dead last in shot attempts. I think the last place team is the Sun, and the Sun are getting up like 63 shots per game.
Yeah.
They've got to find a way to play faster. They're 58 shots here, 59. Even the game they beat the hell out of the Sky, I think they only attempted like 57, 56 shots in that game.
That was more an indictment on the Sky than it was something clear about the
They
Fever.
are still the same team from an efficiency standpoint per game. They're just getting 16 fewer shots, and it's going to be hard for them to beat teams in that second, third tier of the W. Your Dream, throw in there your Storm, your Mystics, who are having a pretty good start to the season. Right, it's going to be hard for them to beat those teams. If they're only getting up 58 shots per game, that's not going to be good enough, man.
They play the Liberty on Saturday. I would imagine Caitlin Clark will be back.
Fingers
for that
crossed
game.
for them.
That would be my guess.
But if she's not-
but they played them close the last time they played. That was
Yeah.
Caitlin's last game.
Yeah.
Was the loss to the Liberty at the
And
end
if she's
there.
not, maybe that means the Pacers are up 3-1.
Sacrifice. It's a sacrifice here.
Sacrifice.
Busy 24 hours for Angel Reese. On Monday night, she was named BET's Sportswoman of the Year at the BET Awards. And then last night, obviously, had the game against the Liberty. And Angel Reese had a good game. She had one of her best games of the season. 17-point, 11-rebound, double-double. Her 30th career double-double. Angel Reese has played 42 games. She has 30 double-doubles. And watching parts of that game last night, I felt like she was playing with the most confidence, the most fluidity that I had seen in a minute. She even looked to be having fun at times. She had a fun little moment with Holly Rowe during an interview where Holly's eyelash was falling off and Angel fixed it for her, like a nice little girly pop moment between two gals. We all get it. The eyelashes fall off sometimes, and sometimes you need someone to come in and help you stick it back on there. Fast forward to the post-game press conference. Like, at the end of the day, Angel Reese can have that game. The Chicago Sky are 2-6. We have talked excessively about how bad they are.
And they got the hell beat out of them also.
Got the hell beat out of them. They're 2-6. They just lost Courtney Vandersloot for the season. So a bad team got worse. They have no playmakers on that team. She tore her ACL. She's out for the year. There's not a lot of fun things. There's not a lot to be encouraged about if you are the Chicago Sky. So you get to the press conference, and I think it was around the fourth question that Angel Reese got asked, but it turned into the online scrutiny that Angel Reese faces and how a game like the one she had last night, a 17-point, 11-rebound double-double, can help prove to people that she is better than the perception. Like a real kind of stick-it-to-'em game. Like essentially, last night's game serving as a clapback to all the people online in a loss where they got the hell beat out of them to the Liberty. And to Angel Reese's credit, she answered the question in like the only way that you can by saying, you know, those people are online, those are keyboard warriors, the interactions I have in real life are never that. Like, I've never had those experiences in real life. The people around me are supportive and all that jazz. Before the next question can begin, Ariel Atkins steps in and is like, I'm sorry, can I say something? And proceeds to do what I would love to see any teammate do for somebody who they feel has been unfairly criticized, unfairly attacked, consistently attacked over and over and over again. And then the conversation always being about the off-the-court stuff instead of the actual game that was just played. And so Ariel Atkins said, this is a 23-year-old kid who handles herself with grace. Her crown is heavy, so whatever else you want to come at her for, the way that she acts, she has to build the wall, because if she doesn't, people will break her down. And then she was like, I'm hoping any further questions are about basketball, maybe a box score question, and of course the very next question is about being named BET Sports Woman of the Year. And at that point, Angel Reese is emotional. She's thankful to Ariel Atkins. I thought it was a really cool moment from a teammate. Some people are focusing on the fact that Atkins called her a 23-year-old kid. Like, let's not get in the weeds of that. I think it was just a 28-year-old vet talking about a younger player on a team who's in her sophomore season, who's gone through a lot. And at the end of the day, Angel Reese said, I just want to come to work and do my job. I just want to play basketball. That's all I want to do. It's exhausting. But I genuinely felt bad, because at that point, Angel Reese is in tears. Like, she's fighting back, crying, like significantly crying. She's emotional. The tears are there. And you can just see what the weight of this all has been on somebody. And I get that it's sports, but we always have to talk about this in a different way. And I know that's hard for people at times. But my God, you can like be an Angel Reese hater, because we're all haters in sports, right? But what she suffers online is disgusting. Some of the grossest comments made on the internet are about Angel Reese.
And face-to-face, right? Like, it's online, and for all of last season, you can ask those players about some moments that they've had. There were moments where people ran up on them and made them uncomfortable, and it didn't feel like all the way safe. And not saying Hank Aaron is phenomenal. Not comparing Angel Reese to Hank Aaron at all, right? The stuff that he went through as he was chasing greatness in his career is kind of similar, where it is this onslaught of racist commentary, either racist from the stands or in Hank Aaron's time, newspapers, where it's just all of this stuff being thrown at him. And then he decided, okay, you know what? I'm just shutting this down. You'll get this version of me. It'll be hard. It'll be gruff. You will not like interacting with me when time comes. And this is kind of what it's going to be. And then he passes that down to other black baseball players. And you end up in a situation in the late 90s, early 2000s, where Barry Bonds is running around here being short, being rude, being condescending, being mean towards reporters. And it is, no, I know how this game goes. You guys write the things that you want to write, and y'all call me names and say disparaging things about me. Not about what I am as an athlete, but about what I am as a person. So I have to be guarded. I have to be a bit braggadocious, because Ariel pointed it out. Like, yo, if she's not this way, if her exterior is not hard, if it is not rock hard all of the time, you guys will break her down. She'll be up here crying. She won't be able to do this job.
Right.
It'll mentally wreck her. It'll mentally wreck anybody who's going through that.
And would mentally wreck anybody.
Yes.
I don't care if you're the strongest person in the world. That affects you. And I thought last night was a window into an effects, and a teammate stands up and is like, hey, enough is enough. And it comes to...
I haven't heard anybody, we talk about sports and about the value of the team. I haven't heard any teammate say anything but profuse praise for Angel Reese. Going back to LSU, maybe there might have been something there at Maryland, but that's probably why she transferred. But even then, I don't think I heard any teammate say anything about her at Maryland, LSU, and now with the Sky. They all seem to like Angel Reese and rally around her. Now, listen, the rivalry that we keep trying to force as a sports viewing public between her and Caitlin Clark, I get it. I get why we're going to always do that, and why there's a side that is right, that is saying, hey, they can't be rivals. Angel Reese isn't that. I understand that. I appreciate that. But it gets real. That line isn't as thin as you guys want to make it out to be. And people routinely cross that line to, oh, Angel Reese is a thug. Angel Reese is this. And then it becomes the death threats, the rape threats, the disparaging, the more than disparaging comments, right? The bigoted comments that then come out after that. Oh, she's got long nails. She's got a ponytail. Look how long her lashes is. She blah, 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 blah. Like, come on, man. Come on. All right, stop that. Stop that. Y'all are making the game a lot less fun for everybody, not just the Angel Reeses out there trying to compete, but y'all making it less fun for fans like me who just want to sit down and talk about what these women are doing on the court.
And I just want to talk about how the Sky stink. I want to be able to talk about how bad they are.
They're so bad.
Without then feeling bad because it's piling on to that hate. So in the words of a one-time great YouTuber who screamed, "Leave Brittany alone! Leave Angel alone! Leave Angel alone!"
The Sky seem, and you got to be, again, and you know what's coming if you're Angel Reese and you're doing this. The Sky seem to be content like Angel. Hey, work on your game in these moments, right? Just go out there, handle the ball.
Block the haters, work on the game.
Take pull up. Well, no. Forget the haters. Just do a bunch of stuff you're not capable of doing.
Yeah,
the Sky routinely put Angel Reese in positions
I don't need
where
point
she is,
Angel.
but they do. They want it.
Yes.
And so it is.
Well,
hey,
they don't have a lot of their other option
Angel,
at this point is HVL.
Angel, go out there and do it. Whatever. Go do it. Yeah. And when she's out there doing things that she's not accustomed to having to be asked to do, it's a learning process. Yeah. It's going to look clunky. It's not going to be real fluid. She's not going to be real good at it. But if you only do things you're good at, you never do the things you're bad at, you're never going to be. You're never going to get better. You're never going to get better. So this seems to be one of those type seasons for the Sky, where they are, hey, Angel, go out there and just get better for us. We know what we have.
Can we put that same thing on Cardoso? Because at this point, whew.
Listen, I'm trying to be as patient as one can be, but I'm ready to be all the way off of that Cardoso train.
The Sky are about to be a team, and I don't know how many more national television games they have. I don't need to see them on national TV. They deserve to incubate this season. Like, nothing is going to come of this season.
It is. That's what it is.
This is an incubate season.
It's an incubation season.
Yes, for each of them. Not really as a team, because this version of a team I don't think works. It's an individual incubation season.
It's an incubation season for one of them. This is all right. I think I kind of know what Cardoso is.
It's year two. For both of them, it's year two.
All right.
Haley Van Lith is going to have some really tough moments because now she's going to have to elevate into a larger role, and she's not ready for it either as a rookie. So, All right, we're late getting to DeAngelo Williams. We got to take a quick break. We will talk to DeAngelo, find out what he wants to chat about when we come back.
Have you always dreamed of entertaining on the biggest stage in Memphis? The Claw Crew is looking for members to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. Claw Crew members are hardworking, high-energy entertainers who assist Grizzlies home games by hyping up the crowd and much more. Not only do they support the Grizzlies on home games, but also promote in Memphis and across the Mid-South. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information and to register today. The Grizzlies, grannies, and grandpas have the right moves and are currently looking for new members to join their team for the upcoming season. These soulful seniors are a fan favorite group throughout Grizz Nation. You do not have to be a grandparent, but you must be at least 50 years old with personality, rhythm, and passion for performing. If that sounds like you, then we want to see you on Sunday, June 29th. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information.
Bain drives.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Close. He hits and the Grizzlies have the lead.
Yeah!
Jared with a knock-in.
Good defense.
Durant attacking, spinning, hanging, and hitting.
Let's go! Let's go!
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Jalen Wells is in studio right now. You took on tough, if not the toughest defensive assignment. When did you realize that would be your role?
And that's what I was working towards since training camp. I was trying to guard. I was trying to guard Dez. I was trying to guard Ja whenever I could, even if they're blowing by me, overpowering me. I really didn't care, because I was a rookie. So it's like, that's what's going to happen to a rookie.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Last week, I gave you the update about my son Kevin in terms of having to choose.
Has he made the decision?
He picked Tennessee State.
Oh, my heart, Mike.
The next day, we got an email from the director of Tuskegee's program laying out everything that they were going to be doing. And he flip-flopped.
There we go.
He flip-flopped. So he's going to be going down to Tuskegee.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Back, it's Wednesday. It's time to catch up with DeAngelo Williams, who during the break told me he's tired of being a good friend. DeAngelo, please explain to the people, why are you so tired of being a good friend?
Look, I don't even know how to say this because at this point I'm losing sleep. So you know how you have friends that you hope don't nothing happen to them because if anything happened to them, you know that they can't take it and they're gonna need a emotional support human to fall on.
Yes.
And you don't ever think of yourself as being that person, but then when you're that person, you're like, you know what? I'm exhausted. I'm tired of this. So I have a friend who is, let me see how I could say this. He is a conspiracy theorist to his core.
Okay.
Like the government is this, aliens are doing that. Like I'm talking about all type of craziness. Well, he went in to have surgery on his back and something didn't go well. And he called me and goes, hey man, like whispering and stuff. And he goes, they trying to kill me, man. And I go, at the hospital? Like he was like, yeah, man. He was like, they're doing a lot of whispering and stuff. They're not telling me everything that they need to know. And like, he was like, this was only supposed to last for like 1 day. And I've been in the hospital for 9. He's recorded everything at the hospital. He's like, man, I don't know what to do. Like he's calling like and asking me to help him make medical decisions. And I'm like, look, man, first of all, let me make sure I got this right. So you're telling me that you think a doctor that has went to school and did all these things You think calling me and asking me what decision I make? I don't have any medical here. I've never taken one class.
Okay.
You calling me and asking me to help you make a decision? Or won't you just talk to them? They the professionals. And he was like, well, he don't know what he doing. And I was like, well, it's first of all, you just had surgery. So the fact that so y'all know where I'm getting to. Like, I don't even know why you went to the damn hospital if you don't think they know what they doing up there to begin with. And two, you think they trying to kill you.
So one day it's turned into 9 days?
So complications from the surgery.
So here it is. They went in the first time, and when they went in the first time, he woke up and he couldn't, back pain, he couldn't handle it. It was way worse. It was good on the side they operated on, but way worse on the other side.
Okay.
So when he called me, he was like, he was whispering and shit. I'm like, why you whispering?
I want to know why he thinks they're trying to kill. Like, what's their beef with him?
That's
that
what
would
I was
make
asking
them try
him.
to kill him.
That's what I asked him. He was like, well, man, you know how they do with these hospitals. Like, I don't.
No.
I don't know.
And we gotta agree to stop that. Like, man, you know what it is. Like, no, I don't. You gotta explain that to me. I have no clue.
So CJ, for the last 9 days, bro, at 6:30 in the morning, I get these calls. Whenever the doctor rounds, that's when I get a call.
So he wants you to be on the phone when the doctor's there. So
he want to let me know fresh off what the doctor told him, so he don't forget nothing.
Okay.
So I'm up at 6:30 in the morning, man, listening to these calls. Like, he was like, so what you think? And I have told him 100 times, I am not a doctor. I have no idea what the hell I'm telling you, but if it was me, this is what I would do. And then by the end of it was crazy. It was the craziest thing ever, because I don't know what to tell him to convince him that the hospital is not trying to kill him. He was like, well, if they wasn't trying to kill me, why they didn't get it right the first time? And I'm like, I don't know how to answer that.
You want to know who he should call if he's feeling that way? He should start researching another doctor for what is called a second opinion. Like, I'm not trying to, things happen. Like, nobody's perfect. Medical professionals aren't necessarily perfect. Sometimes you have to seek out another opinion. The opinion that he should not be seeking out is yours, non-medical expert.
I'm finna tell you, this is where it got even worse. Like, after 2 days, I felt like I was talking to the doctor, because the way he was talking, he was like, yeah, my L4, my L5, and then they got to the PCP and the OSD, and I'm like, hold up, I don't know what any of these acronyms mean. You got to give me the whole word so I can understand what it is. He sounded like he was a doctor, and I know this guy. I'm talking about this guy right here is not the type of person to speak in, like, terms. So he's turned into, not only has he turned into a doctor, but he's also like, he whisper when he calls. And I'm just like, bro, he was like, yeah, man. He was like, they probably trying to collect some insurance money or something. And I'm like, what?
You can't collect it if you die.
Look,
there's not medical insurance for dead people. Casper the Friendly Ghost doesn't have Blue Cross Blue Shield.
I'm just saying that I'm tired of being a good friend to a friend of somebody that goes to the hospital but think the hospital is out to kill everybody that come there.
I think this is an extreme situation on this is becoming more and more common. Like, I understand exactly what you were saying, DeAngelo, because we all know somebody who has decided that they are more of an expert in a field. It might be the medical field, it might be the tech field, it might be in school, being a historian. Like, somebody who thinks they are smarter than a specialist who has years and years and years of school and training in a particular field, but like, you read 3 articles online and you are convinced that you too are an expert in that field, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. I don't think there's a solution for it. I really don't.
The solution is to raise more. You're not gonna like the solution.
Okay.
You're gonna have to raise more modest and humble people. And the way you raise more modest and humble people is you look that little 6-year-old in the face and say, hey, little 6-year-old boy or girl of mine, you suck at this thing. You're not as good as you think you are.
I fully agree.
And that's what you have to do. Yeah, go out there and
you also have to embarrass people. But people aren't. People can't be embarrassed. Once they become adults, they are so steadfast that they know better than you.
As long as one thing confirms what I've been saying, that's all that matters.
It's the ultimate confirmation bias.
All that
or
matters.
one other person online feels the same way. And usually it's like 20 other people online who feel the same way. And there's a whole forum for these people who feel this way.
And that's the thing about being online now. And that's something that we didn't have. If you have one of these
No,
weird
we
ass
didn't.
thoughts in your neighborhood, in your community, you have to keep it to yourself because the community's
Yes.
like, no, you're a weirdo. Shut the hell up.
Now you can find friends
Now
at,
you can
at
find
various
other
places.
weirdos
Yeah.
all over the country who agree with you. Now you're like, look, I got thousands of people behind me. We're like, yeah, but it's millions of people, hundreds of millions of people telling you you're an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's another thing.
And
CJ,
everybody
that
has
I
an
hate.
opinion on everything that they feel that they need to share. I make your opinions private again. Like some of these things you just got to keep to yourself, man. Not everybody, says somebody who gets on this damn show and has to give opinions for 90 minutes, 5 days a
You're
week,
getting
every
paid,
week.
so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. That's my job.
Yeah.
Everybody else who just, you know what I was thinking today? Like, no, I don't want to know what you were thinking
Unless
today.
it's-
I
unless it's
missed when it was
funny.
just Facebook and someone was like, I ate chicken for dinner. Like, get me back to that. I don't need you to think that there's a conspiracy that the hospital is trying to kill you before you go to the hospital and that the surgeon actually who trained years and years and years to be a surgeon doesn't know how to do surgery.
Hey, what's more likely? That the hospital is trying to kill you for some unknown reason, or that like this surgeon might not be great at his job? Maybe the surgeon made a mistake on this given day.
Or what's more possible is shit happens.
Well,
Yes, and that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. But this is where it gets better. So this morning, like today was the day, Jessica,
Okay.
CJ. I was gonna get up and I was gonna tell him, look, bro, like I can't do this shit. No, this is over with. I'm like I want to end the relationship. Like we can't even be friends no more. That's where I was going with this because it was getting really bad. Because I'm just like, man, the hospital ain't trying to get you. Like I've seen the people that go into this hospital, and if there's other people they might want to get other than you. So I got up this morning. And I was like, when he called this morning, I'm gonna tell him like, look, man, you gotta figure out something else. You know, blah 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 blah. So I answered the phone, and he goes, hey man, did you get my text message last night or this morning? And I go, nah, man, I ain't get it. So I open a text message and it's him saying, man, I love you for being there for me. And, you know, he know he can count on me. And I've been the best friend that, you know, he know that he a handful and all these things. And I'm like, man. And he was like, so what was you going to say? And I go, man, you a good.
Nah, ain't no way.
No.
Like, hey, thank you for acknowledging that you're a lot and I've been here for you. I can't be here no more though. I got stuff happening.
My phone is on DND. I gotta go to the farm.
But
I gotta do some things.
sometimes laying in the hospital, I would imagine you're supposed to be there one day, you there day 9
get a little
in pain
crazy.
and anxious, and you just need somebody to talk to
Yeah.
about
To
some
talk to.
things. And so you're just gonna say a bunch of ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what's going on as well. But yeah, no, you can't appeal to my kinder side because I don't have one of those.
No, he doesn't have one.
No, I got.
I
rid
would
of
get.
that a long time
I would
ago.
become the person who, no matter how I feel, I'm talking to this person every single morning until they're out of the hospital.
See, that can't be me. I mean, I'm gonna give it a couple more days. I'm hoping to get out so I don't have to like make any like.
I hope so for your
relationship
sake.
altering decisions, but I'm hoping that you know he's there for a couple days and then he's out. But he had the surgery. Everything worked out great. And when I talked to him this morning, and this is what bothers me. This is people too. Like I think this is people too. So when he had the first surgery, he woke up and he was screaming in agony and pain. They had him on morphine. They had him taking Tylenol, like all type of medicines and stuff to deaden the pain. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He wake up the second time. There's no pain, and I go, "Hey, bro, like how is it?" He was like, we'll see. There's nothing yet." And I go, well, when you woke up the first time, you was in
painful.
pain. It was painful. But now that the pain is not there anymore, you waiting on the pain to come back? He was like, well, you never know. Like, you know, he gave me no guarantees. And I was like, I think that's with medicine, period. There's no guarantees. So I think he was just kind of following up. But the fact that it's fixed, but we don't even accept the fact that it's fixed because we so dead set on it still being broken.
Right. That's tough, DeAngelo.
Oh
That's a
yeah,
tough one.
it's been a whirlwind for me. Y'all pray for me because like he said some of the dumbest stuff I've ever heard in my life. And I just sit back there and he was because they brought him something to drink and he asked him what it was. And the nurse said she didn't know. He was like, well, how does the nurse not know? Give it somebody. Like, and
Confirming. his conspiracy.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
She
Like, how the
doesn't
nurse
know.
not? I was like, well, that ain't house care. I mean, that ain't the people
doesn't
putting the
know.
food and stuff together. She don't know what you drinking. He was like, well, she ain't know. I didn't know, so I wasn't gonna drink that. And I'm like, bro, they are not trying to kill you in this hospital. This is what I'm dealing with. Like a nurse will come in and there's side conversation to be had. He'll call me and be like, you listening to this? You listen? Like, bro, no, I'm not listening to y'all side conversation.
No, I'm
CJ,
good.
you laughing like you done been here, man.
I am trying to figure out how the nurse don't know what you're drinking.
Don't get me started.
You only
Like
get,
sometimes
what,
you
4
get
drinks?
a nurse in the hospital. Like
You get
I don't
4
want to go
drinks.
back to my situation, but I had a nurse look me in the eye and say, "Oh, I think you just rolled your ankle. You're fine. Consult with your doctor if you're still in pain in a week." And I went to an orthopedic the next morning. It took 2 seconds to say, "Yeah, you tore your Achilles. Let's get you scheduled for surgery." Like I spent 4 hours in an emergency room, and her response was, "I think you just rolled your ankle."
Some people are just bad at their job.
True.
Right? Like
in
that's-
all fields.
All fields.
We don't have
All
to
fields.
elevate anybody. There are bad
Yeah,
people in
there-
every single, not bad people, bad performers in
People can be
all
bad.
fields.
People can be bad performers, and
Yes.
if you're in whatever field that requires some expertise, all of them, first off, require some expertise, and you can be bad at that expertise. You got 4 damn drinks in the hospital. Correct me if I'm wrong. You got water. You got Sprite.
Usually Sprite.
Are we
usually a juice? I think.
What?
Like an
apple
orange juice
juice
or an
or
apple
orange
juice.
juice? That's it. Cranberry juice, maybe.
Maybe
Like
cranberry juice.
It's 5.
But it
Is
also could have been like a specific mix of I think of like the barium solution.
If that is in there, then
very
you as a
specific.
nurse should probably
you should know.
that.
If it's
Right?
if it's
Like, you as a
medicinal,
nurse
you should absolutely know
that.
what is in the drink.
First of all, if I'm a nurse, I'm concerned about your health and safety. I don't need to know what the hell is in the damn food and what you drinking. If it
As long
was
as it's
sitting
not
there when I
medicine.
walked in,
As long as it's not medicine.
right? That's what I'm
right?
saying. Like,
yes.
if there's no medicine, right? If there's
Yeah.
no medicine in it as a nurse, I shouldn't have to know what you're drinking.
Right.
But for you to accuse or to think that I'm trying to poison you with said drink, like this is my
Also,
job.
that doesn't make sense either. Because if you wanted to poison somebody, wouldn't you just lull them into a false sense of security by being like,
I can't wait
"Oh,
to talk
this
about my
is-
poisoning
this is just
story in the
right
next
here."
segment.
What?
You don't know about the mushroom murders, clearly,
Yeah.
DeAngelo.
It's the next segment. Hey, before we take a break, because we do have to get to that, I want to ask you
What?
one football-related question, DeAngelo.
Yes.
I want you to use one word to describe what's it like seeing Aaron Rodgers in a Steelers uniform.
Awful. Awful.
Now, can I ask you to expand?
Okay, it's awful because let me see how I can say this because I'm trying to say this with the most respect possible. It lets you know that you're getting old because you start to see players like seeing Brett Favre with Minnesota,
Joe
Like,
Montana.
man, you just like, what the hell am I watching? Like for so many years, we saw Ben Roethlisberger drop back, get himself out of situations, and throw the ball, and you're like, that's Pittsburgh's Hall of Fame quarterback. Now, when you bring in another Hall of Fame quarterback from another team, and you put them in a situation, you're like, wait, it just doesn't make sense. Like even seeing Aaron Rodgers with the Jets, you was like, yeah, that's usually this horse is going there to die. Like we don't go.
Sent to a farm up north.
Right, it was very similar to like Jerry Rice when he went to Oakland. You like, well, first of all, what the hell are you doing?
Wait. Jerry Rice was still doing legendary stuff in Oakland.
CJ, that's a whole nother argument. Don't you? First of all, he is the GOAT, okay? There's nothing bad that you can say about him other than the fact that man had dreadlocks and they started at the back of his neck. But we ain't going to talk about that. Yep, we ain't going to talk about that. That's the only bad thing that man did as it relates to football on field. I'm telling you right now that there was nothing that man took when he left from San Francisco that he took that was good. When he went to Oakland, when he went to he spent the 1 year, was it in Seattle?
Seattle, yeah.
1 year in Seattle.
And then he never played a game with the Broncos.
He gave San Francisco the greatest years that they could ever get, and they never got any greater after he left.
Jerry Rice, 1,139 receiving yards his first year in Oakland,
1,211 receiving yards his second year in Oakland. 83 receptions, 92 receptions. Respectfully, those two of those 3 years, 9 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns. He was still remarkable in Oakland.
When he was with the Seahawks.
Now, Seahawks, I got you. Jerry Rice was a large part of the reason that Oakland team got to the Super Bowl, where they got waxed, but he was a large part of the reason. He was.
Seahawks, 362 yards.
There we go.
Then we can start talking about the drop off.
That's Randy Moss with the Titans.
Yeah.
So what are we saying here? So what is the litmus test? So what's a great season for a wide receiver? Anything over 1,000 yards? Is that what we saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, anything over 1,000 yards.
I say over 1,000 yards, over 75 receptions.
Okay, and that's a good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that not good for everybody?
I think that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, okay.
Now, DeAngelo, I understand he wasn't scoring 22 touchdowns, 17 touchdowns, 13 touchdowns, 15, 4. Jerry Rice, greatest football player ever. Like, he wasn't doing that, but he was still really good.
I gotta say second.
Behind
Aaron.
Behind Aaron who? Donald? Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
He is probably pound for pound the greatest athlete that I've ever seen play football, because you like, man, ain't no way hell that little dude for the move these big dudes. And I'm talking about he doing more than moving them. He is at defensive tackle. I remember playing against him, and I was like, man, ain't no way that little ass dude. Man, no damn way. What? Because I was calling them Mario Brothers when he the little guy. Before he get the mushroom, like he little Mario. I'm like, look at little Mario, man. And when he moved, I was like, oh my God. Oh, he angry.
Damn.
Oh, he angry.
And then you're like, oh, I underestimated this little Mario.
Oh, this little dwarf right here got some anger issues. He got to work out. Oh my God. This dude like, and we would come to the sideline, we're like, man, you can't block him. Like, you don't look that big. And they was like, well, you try to block.
All right, DeAngelo. Appreciate you always. We'll catch up with you next week. I hope your friend gets out of the hospital.
I hope he does too, hell, so I don't have to deal with
For you. All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side. The most talked about trial in Australia reached my timeline this morning. I'm going to tell you about the mushroom murder case that has taken over down under for the last couple of months. It is a wild tale. I'll get you the details when we come back.
Overwhelming demand, the Summer of '99 tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With very special guest, Daughtry. And Mammoth. Tickets on sale now at LiveNation.com. Don't miss Creed with Daughtry and Mammoth. The Summer of '99 tour.
You've seen the Grizz line jamming on the court and rocking out on Beale Street, and this is your chance to join the best drum line in the NBA. Grizz line entertains Grizz Nation at home games and events in the Mid-South through their impressive techniques and energetic shows. If you have experience in drumming and marching and love entertaining, Grizz line is the perfect opportunity for you to combine percussion and performance. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Sign up today by visiting grizzlies.com/auditions.
1, 2, 3. Ready, go.
Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. with special guests Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
The other thing that came out this week that we were talking about innovation and Nike and all that, they dropped these $900 hyper boots that
900.
I mean, they're a recovery shoe apparently that you wear after sports, whatever.
Who's buying it? Because all the athletes that we see, they're gonna get seated this. So who's gonna actually pay $900 for this?
The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
How about Mr. Irrelevant coming from the Memphis Tigers? Yeah, how about that? New England Patriots
Second
took
time.
Memphis defensive back Kobe Minor with the 257th overall pick.
If you're the player getting drafted at that spot, it's almost better to go undrafted and pick a place as an undrafted free agent to sign with where you have a better chance.
But
of
you get a lot of stuff. You get a parade. I think you go to Disneyland, I believe.
Mr. Irrelevant goes to Disney?
I think so.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Something, is there a car on fire?
Is that coming from the parking lot?
Yeah, it looks like it's coming from that parking garage.
I love when we do live journalism on this show. Where is the smoke coming from downtown Memphis? Find out, not on our show because we have no way of figuring out where it's coming from. Okay, CJ's going to investigate where the smoke is coming from. We didn't mention.
Construction happening up there?
Is it? I don't know the answer. Construction, car on fire. The smoke is clearing though. Was this a quick thing? It looks like it was a quick thing. Okay. I was concerned about Hooters, which, despite being closed, is a place of rest. It should be a place of worship and remembrance.
Worship at Hooters?
Yeah.
All right.
That's been there for a long time. That's a downtown establishment.
Okay.
Since the 90s. Hey, we didn't mention Zach Edey had a surgery yesterday.
Oh, okay. Good for him.
Surgery, and he'll be reevaluated in 4 months. Can you count that out? So today is June 10th, or he had it on June 10th. Today is June 11th. July, August, September, October. He'll be reevaluated at the beginning of the season. Sounds promising.
All right. Good for him. Speaking of restaurants that's closed down downtown,
Yes.
that Fancy's Fish been closed.
They took the sign down.
What happened to the F? Because I picked it up and was like, oh, I bet I could take this F. And I went by there today and the F wasn't there.
Oh, is it gone?
The F wasn't
So
there.
I was trying to figure out if the sign was taken down or if it fell, because there was also a pole that was on the ground.
So that pole, I don't think that pole was down yesterday.
Okay.
That's when I saw the Fancy Fish with the detached
It's been
F.
2 days because I saw it on Monday.
I did a little recon work.
Okay.
I just stood out there and looking around to see, because I don't know what the penalty is for taking a sign like that that's not yours. So I was looking around to see where the cameras were, if there were any cameras. So I scoped them all out, and I was plotting on taking that, because the F came detached. So it's
really
F,
good that you're
and
speaking about it
and
on
it's
this little show.
ANSYs on the back. I was either going to take the F or
the
find a way
ANSY.
to take the shrimp, because the shrimp is
the
the
shrimp would be
apostrophe.
funny.
And find a way to take the shrimp from the rest of the sign.
The F would be so cool, just a giant F.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how I could use it on the show.
I'm glad they finally took it down, because Fancy's has been closed for
a year?
Years at this point. It's like when Life Kitchen, that sign was up forever, despite Life Kitchen not
At the
existing for
Chiska.
years.
Yeah.
Somebody please buy the space where Fancy's was. It's the only
And do
restaurant
what?
in the city that has a patio that overlooks the river in any capacity. It's a horrible location.
It doesn't matter.
Just put something there.
Put what there?
I
What's
don't
going
know.
to make it there?
Put a city silo there.
Is it going
That's
to
all I
make
want.
it?
I would go to city silo.
Chili's, you get that triple dip appetizer.
You know what? I don't hate it.
Hey.
I don't hate
Hooters,
Chili's.
listen, Hooters is gone. That TGI Friday that used to sit up there on the corner is gone. There was a Denny's that sat where
We don't
the
have a
canopy
chain
is.
restaurant
We don't have
downtown.
one downtown.
You're right. Chili's, Applebee's, Red Robin.
Listen, personally,
yes,
a late night breakfast spot.
I'm telling you, if you get an IHOP that that replaces the IHOP on Union and put it downtown, I think it would crush. It could be the spot.
You didn't have
Because now you have Fancy's and you have the empty part of Pretty Taco and you have the empty part from, what was it called? Why can't I think of the name?
Wait, Fancy Tacos is closed?
Pretty Taco closed?
Yeah.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Okay.
Gone.
I didn't
Kaput.
know that. Did birthday dinner there once.
Yeah, we did do one birthday dinner there.
I had COVID.
And
I
never
couldn't
went
come.
back.
Yeah.
And we never saw it again. Sorry, Pretty Taco.
Pit Waffle House.
It was
there.
a weird concept. It was like a taco restaurant, and then it turned into a club at night, and I never saw a ton of people in the club that was Pretty Taco, but it it did its best.
Okay.
Anyway, so many options for, it should just be chain restaurants, man.
Just a rotation of chain restaurants.
That'd be a cool concept.
Because they're all owned
Because
by
I
the
don't want to
same
go
thing.
to the chain regularly.
Yeah.
Get that new Red Lobster guy involved. He
Blake
seems
Griffin?
cool. No, the new CEO of Red Lobster seems like a cool guy.
All right.
He helped some other restaurant come out of the
Closet.
the death,
Shout out
the grave.
Okay.
All right, I have to tell you about this story that I
Please.
discovered this morning because I've been waiting to talk about it all morning. Like, it actually gave me life to get out of my house and into my car and drive to work today because I knew I would get to share the story of the mushroom murder case. The mushroom murder case that has taken over Australia over the last few months. I have just caught up. This trial is going on right now. So, to set the scene, you have to go back to July 2023. Enter Erin Patterson. And Erin Patterson is going to throw a lunch party for her in-laws and their relatives. Worth noting, her in-laws, this is the mother and father of her estranged husband. How long has she been estranged from said husband? Since 2015. 2015, that's 10 years.
Wait, when you say estranged, people always use that word. And I'm kind of just like,
They're
yeah, I know what it is.
separated.
So they don't live in the same house.
They do not,
don't,
but they share children.
They haven't divorced yet. They just.
I believe they're legally separated.
What's the difference in
But
separation
isn't that a
and
divorce?
Yeah. But okay, go ahead.
Confused on the logistics.
They not cool
They're
no
estranged.
more.
Not cool, but cool enough that, or her wanting to be cool enough, I should say. She invited him to this lunch too. He dipped out the night before. He canceled his reservation. He was going to come to this lunch. The night before the lunch, something pops up. He says, I'm not going to be able to make it. So it's just his parents and his aunt and uncle. So 4 guests for lunch with Erin Patterson. She wants this to be a good lunch. She asked around for recipes. What should she make? She bought expensive ingredients from local grocery stores. She also is a mushroom forager. Now, I don't know if you met any people who became mushroom foragers during the pandemic, but this was a very popular activity as people were
I
forced
didn't know
to
that. I only seen the
find
episode.
new hobbies.
Bob's Burgers.
Okay.
Bob and Gene go and become mushroom foragers for an episode.
This became a thing, like, and groups were made. You know, like you can online. We talk about online communities. There's a big mushroom foraging community, and so Erin Patterson picked up a new hobby during COVID. She joined a mushroom lovers Facebook group. She regularly ate mushrooms. She served mushrooms to her kids. She bought a dehydrator to preserve her mushrooms. So she's like into this. So she has mushrooms at her home, but according to her, the ingredients for this lunch with the in-laws and the aunt and uncle, most of those ingredients came from the grocery stores. And she decides to whip up beef Wellington. The only problem with this beef Wellington is it ends up including death cap mushrooms. I hate when I accidentally put death cap mushrooms in my beef Wellington, and the people at this lunch were the victims of death cap mushrooms because all 4 lunch guests ended up being admitted to the hospital with gastro symptoms, and 3 of the 4 died. And now Erin Patterson is facing 3 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder because her in-laws died, another man almost died, and she could face life in prison if convicted. The defense says this was but an accident. Some death cap mushrooms accidentally got mixed into the other mushrooms that were used in this beef Wellington. The prosecution says this woman plotted and successfully killed her in-laws and would have killed her estranged husband if he had not canceled the night before and also come to this lunch that was planned.
Why? What's the motive here? Why does she want the in-laws killed? Just because
There
they're
are
related
Facebook
to the husband?
posts about
Okay.
how much she hates
Oh.
her in-laws.
But like, doesn't everybody hate
Like
their
F
in-laws?
them. I know.
Yeah.
If everybody was accused of if everybody's in-laws died and you were accused of murdering them because maybe you said some things about them at some point in time, we'd all be going to jail.
Yeah.
Not me. I would love my in-laws. Great in-laws.
Don't say anything bad about my in-laws.
Never, ever, ever.
Yeah.
Authorities. But this woman did.
Okay, so she's a mushroom forager.
She's a mushroom forager. And here's the thing.
Okay, hit me with
I'm gonna hit you with a lot of
circumstantial?
Whatever kind of evidence.
Yeah, circumstantial.
She invited the in-laws to lunch under the premise of talking about her health. And she said she invited them to tell them that she had cancer.
Okay.
Turns out, she doesn't have cancer. She made it up. She claimed she actually needed to have fat loss surgery, but she was too embarrassed to say that, so she made up the cancer thing instead.
Okay.
So,
again, circumstantial.
not illegal to lie to your in-laws that you have cancer, but like bad vibes. Not a good
And
thing.
not even your in-laws if you're estranged.
This all starts happening. She disposed of her mushroom dehydrator. She tried to hide the fact that she loves mushrooms, that she's a mushroom forager.
Okay.
She tried to hide it through getting rid of the dehydrator. She wiped her phone clean of all pictures of mushrooms that she had foraged.
Oh.
And she was not forthcoming of her relationship with mushrooms. She has been on multiple poisonous mushroom online forums per her internet activity. The surviving guest testified, because she also testified on behalf of herself, which is abnormal over there as well. She testified, and then the surviving guest, so two people who were physically at the lunch, and the surviving guest said that the 4 poisoned visitors, including himself, were all served on gray plates, and Aaron had a different colored plate, and he remembers thinking at the time, oh, she must have only had a set of 4 of these plates, but now, looking back on it, he thinks it was clear that it was so that she didn't accidentally get the poisoned beef Wellington. Aaron denies even owning gray plates.
Okay. Can we find the gray plates at the house?
I think that's a question to be asked. She also claims that she served her kids leftovers of the meal to try to say, look, I thought that this was fine.
Yeah.
But then she also added that she scraped off the mushroom part to the kids. And she also said
Kids
that
can be
she
picky eaters.
herself experienced diarrhea and nausea following eating this. And she knew that 4 people had gone to the hospital at this point. So like, even if this was a mistake, that seems pretty negligent to be like, hey, 4 people are in the hospital with pretty severe food poisoning-like symptoms. I myself, according to this story, also experienced food poisoning-like symptoms. But here, I'm going to serve the leftovers of this meal. I'm just going to scrape the mushrooms off. Clearly, that won't be a problem to the kids. I am not judge, jury, and executioner, but Aaron Patterson seems awfully guilty.
I mean, listen, that's circumstantial. Real circumstantial here. We're making a whole lot of leaps. Bring me the plates. Show me that she has 6 plates, 6 gray plates that were clean at the time. All right, because we have some red plates in my house. We have some gray plates in my house. Sometimes the wife eats off a gray plate and I eat off a red plate, and it's because the plates are in the process of being washed, right? Like they're in the sink, they're dirty. We've got to wash dishes. So we have 1 red plate, but we have like 5 or 6 gray plates, and that's how it ends up happening.
Yes.
So maybe it's that.
It could be.
I have, if somebody tells me, hey, everybody you had a dinner with, they're all sick, I'll be like, oh, that's strange. I don't know if I would immediately jump to, hey, what do we all eat that was the same? Right? Like that's not the,
I would
that's not the thought
absolutely jump to
I would
that.
have. I'd be
if
like,
everybody was sick who all attended one meal.
My thought would be somebody was sick at the table, and then in talking, the germs got around, and that's what happened. That would be my thought. My first thought isn't immediately the food. It's not. So I too would then serve the food to other people. That's what I would
think
do.
if you're the prosecution, if the plate isn't gray, you have to pray because your case might fall apart. You're right. If the plate isn't gray,
show me
you
evidence
gotta pray.
that she had enough
4 gray
clean
plates.
She had enough clean gray plates to go around, and then we might be able to talk. I might be willing to listen to that. I'm interested then, but right now, I mean, I'm surprised that the Australians have allowed this to go to trial.
Oh,
it all seems real circumstantial.
Oh,
I would think you'd want a bit of a stronger case. You're telling me that based off the fact that she lied about having cancer, because she was embarrassed about the potential weight loss surgery. And you're telling me that because everybody ate on different colored plates that she knew the mushrooms were bad? I don't know. And you find the humidifier, right? The mushroom, is that what it's called? The mushroom?
A dehydrator.
You found the dehydrator. But some of this seems, I did a little bit of reading, Jessica. Not a lot of it, but just a little bit. Some of it seems like once she found out she was suspected of the mushroom thing, then she started getting rid of things because she didn't want to go through the hassle of interacting with the police.
Okay, here's a crazy thing, too.
Let me hear it.
Because she's on the stand, I think, again today.
Yeah.
So this is ongoing. But at some point, there is belief that she picked the death cap mushrooms. This is according to the defense. Picked the death cap mushrooms on April 28th, 2023. And within 2 hours of finding them, went and bought the food dehydrator.
I mean, yeah, she's buying the dehydrator because she's using the mushrooms.
But specifically the death cap mushrooms.
Well, she might not have known. You have to prove to me that she knows
You have to
that
prove that
it's
she's
death
a
cap.
mushroom expert enough to know that those are the mushrooms.
Because mushrooms,
that she
there's
foraged.
3 types of mushrooms. Some you eat for food, some you eat for psychedelics, and some that you eat for poison.
Okay.
And you don't always know. They do look
It's the
real
7th
similar.
week of the trial.
There
It was
is-
estimated to last 5 to 6 weeks.
They
We're on
asked
week
her.
7.
They asked her. That's how circumstantial everything is. At one point, I think the police. I read this. The police, I feel like, asked her where she got the mushrooms from, and she told them an Asian grocery store, and they were like, okay. And so they've been running around looking for this Asian grocery store that didn't exist, and like, hey, you lied to us. You sent us on. I think the term they use, a wild goose chase.
Yes.
But I think this is somebody who is simply trying to avoid the hassle. At the time, was trying to avoid the hassle of dealing with police in this really traumatizing time.
Wow.
She's losing her in-laws, and it's her fault. I don't think that she's happy about that.
I don't think she's. If there was ever, and I don't know this. This is
Yeah.
sheer speculation. But if there was any hope from her to get her husband, her estranged husband, back, she's inviting him to this lunch. Like clearly, not clearly, but I would assume there was a desired relationship to be had there of some sort. That's not going to happen anymore. You either purposefully or accidentally. One thing is clear. Poisoned mushrooms killed 3 people at this lunch and almost a 4th.
Yes.
Period. The end. So no matter what, the lunch you served, whether accidental or purposeful, killed people. Is there a version of this where there's like a negligence charge she could take? Like instead of
Now,
vehicular
that one-
manslaughter?
That one is a good one.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like if there was an avenue where
You were careless with the mushrooms. I think that is the charge
that should be the
that
angle.
you should go with.
Don't be greedy with this.
And unless they're saying in the chat, no plate, no debate. She goes.
No plate, no
If you can't find those plates, if you can't prove to us that, and even once you do, there are a myriad of reasons why people eat on different plates. I don't know what they are, but serving food on one plate versus another plate is not a crime. It's not. It's circumstantial at best. You've got to give me something hard and concrete to prove that this woman purposefully went out there and murdered people with her poison mushrooms.
I'm never eating beef Wellington again.
I've never had it.
Me neither. I also love mushrooms.
I do too.
So I do put mushrooms on everything.
Best use of the mushroom.
Oh gosh.
Where you want it at?
My favorite thing is if we make a steak, Crystal make this like onion mushroom mix and put it right on top of the steak.
On top
and
of a
it
steak
is
is
so
good.
With
On
the,
top of
juices.
steak, good mushroom Swiss burger.
Yeah.
That's real good.
Even like a mushroom chicken, I feel. There's like some French recipes that really focus on the mushroom style. We had a great salad at Good Fortune last night. That was kind of like an Asian twist on mushrooms, and it was so simple, and the mushrooms were so good. Whatever sauce was used with them.
On a pizza, but I want the mushroom to be cooked into the pizza. I don't want it to be as meaty as mushrooms can be.
Yeah.
I want it cooked
Thin.
down. I want it
either
thin
or in the sauce, like
In
not
the
on
sauce.
top.
Yeah,
like
in the
In the sauce.
Yeah.
I love a portobello mushroom.
Really?
My parents used to grill portobello mushrooms like on the barbecue sometimes for like a non-meat option. Oh, those are fire.
Okay.
I'll just eat mushrooms straight out of the.
No way.
Yeah, I put Frank's on them, like a chip. Like when I'm trying to be really healthy and like not snack on other things, I'll just take little like baby Bella mushrooms and just pour some Franks on them
and knock them out. You gonna keep doing that?
No, because they might be poisoned. What if Chris tries to poison me with the mushrooms?
Why would Chris want to poison you?
I don't know.
It's not like you annoy him constantly, incessantly, or prevent him from playing Civ 7.
I let him do what he wants. I would disappear for 4.5 hours on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
He can do what he wants.
Not like in that moment he came up with the plan to poison you with mushrooms. Not like he was so enraged by you lying to him about
Where
being
would
gone.
you rank death by food poisoning? Like in
Close
terms
to-
of
Close to the worst. I don't want to drown. I don't want to be burned alive.
I don't want to die pooping to death.
And yeah, especially I love food. I'm a fat ass.
Yeah.
I love.
It feels so cruel.
I love food.
Like really
for that
traitorous.
to,
for that
to be
the
how
thing that
I
gets
go.
you.
Oh, that would be heartbreaking.
Yeah. And there's something so like dehumanizing about it coming out of both ends, you know? Like you're never more vulnerable than when you have food poisoning. How many times have you been to the emergency room?
This year?
No, like ever in your life.
Less than 10?
Okay.
Maybe 6, 7?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's normal. We'll have this discussion someday during the summer. Remind me.
About your trips to the emergency
Just
room?
how many times an average American has been to the emergency
Okay.
room? Because this has been a group chat discussion this week.
Really?
Yeah. All right. That's it for this Wednesday. Happy NBA Finals Day. We get Game 3 tonight. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about it all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you later. Bye.
They say in the chat that his motive is you didn't take his last name.
Yeah, he would kill me for that eventually. Like one day he just snapped. He was like, it was Jessica Benson one day too long.